Hey friends, it's Narcus from Mums the Word PK, back again with another bullet journaling video. Today I am sharing with you my March 2023 setup. It's a little bit late, but better late than never. So I hope you enjoy it, follow along, and hit that subscribe button if you enjoyed this video. Click that notification bell so you don't miss any future stuff. And please drop a comment down below on what you thought. It really helps. So let's get into it. Okay, so as always, let's just have a look at some of the supplies that I pulled out to create these spreads. Now, because I pull these supplies out before I actually do the creating, I might not use some of this stuff, but this is what the intention is so far, and we'll see how it goes. So it's a cactus and craft paper theme. And so I went onto Pinterest and I pulled out some things. I'm wanting to use these two for my cover spread and my quote spread. That's my quote for March. And I had these printed out on cardstock paper. This is 220 GSM, I believe. And so that's all set. And then these are just from Pinterest. And then I got these boho cactus again from Pinterest, had them printed out on sticker paper. And so I can just use them as accents. And then again, this is another image I found on Pinterest. I printed out 3 of these just at my home printer, thinking that I can just use them sort of torn up as, you know, just to sort of scrapbook and fill up the pages, because that's sort of something that I enjoy doing. So for the craft paper aspect, I have a bunch of craft paper stuff here. I have this notebook that I ordered from a Instagram page, which I'll link down below. It's based in Pakistan, and I just got this and I like the color. It's craft papery. And then I had some craft paper scraps from things that I ordered. I think this came with some clothes. This is called jute. I don't know what it's jute is the name of the material. This came in the flower that I actually got for Valentine's Day from my husband. And this is just a coffee bag. So I'm going to use the back side of this for some additional craft papers from a coffee shop that's locally here in Pakistan. And I also have some more green paper scraps over here, just from my collections. I think these are all from Michael's in Canada, and they're a couple years old, but I just pulled them out of my scrapbook junk box or whatever you want to call it, and it's there. So yeah. Okay, let's talk about some of the pens that I'm pulling out. I have some Crayola Super Tips, and these are the 3 colors I've chosen. So I'm going with the greens. I've actually just realized that I haven't pulled out any brown pens, so I might go ahead and do that. I also have these brush pens. I love these Koi acrylic. Sorry, no, that's not a brush pen. This is a brush pen. Yeah. These are brush pens. So this Koi brush pen is always really nice. It's very light and it's good for highlighting. Then I have the Signme one, also in a green. And then I have these 2 acrylic paint pens in like a darker green and like a sort of like cactusy green, I guess you could say. And then these are a bunch of fine liners for like detailing and calendar lines, underlining things, etc., etc. Again, I might not use all of it, but I have it on hand in case I want to. Went through my sticker collection, and I actually have a cactus paper pack, a sticker pack that I got a couple of years ago from a local shop here called Bling Spot. It's an online store for stationery. So I just pulled those out, and I have some quote stickers, and I have some vellum cactus paper images. So just everything that's on theme in relation to that vintagey cactusy look. I'm also pulling out my acrylic stamp blocks because I want to use these acrylic stamps that I ordered from Daraz. They're leaves, and it might not be super cactusy, but you know what? I'm going for it. So it's all good. Okay, so in keeping with the stamps, I think we'll continue with that. I'm also using some of these. I've pulled these out, and hopefully we can use them. So this is gonna be like for the cactus flower, I would say. I just thought that was pretty. A bottle for some additions, and just like a little, you know, written stamp. These are all from Daraz, which is, you know, local to Pakistan, but I'm sure you can find these things on Amazon, AliExpress. All these places have them. And I just have some ink pads. I have green and I have brown. And I also have my ABC alphabet stamps on hand. I'm not gonna open the box because it's really not, actually, no, I'll just open it. But yeah, I have these have small caps, large caps, and numbers, and that's great. I'll link it down below, but I know it's available on AliExpress. It's available on tons of websites. And then for my washi tape, I have these 3 washi tapes, which I ordered from a local store here, which I'll link down below, as well as this one, which is like a vintagey one. And then I have this Muji masking tape, which I think is real fun. So this is my brown accent. I'm gonna go ahead and pull out some brown pens as well, just in case I want to. And I also have my Sigma Micron fine liners and a couple of numbers, just in case I want to use them. And that is it. Of course, cannot forget to, mention, honorable mention, is the journal itself, which is a Yop and Tom journal. This is my 2023 journal, or the first of my 2023 journals. As you can see, I'm almost coming up on the end of the journal. But yeah, so those are the supplies that I've pulled out. Let's get into the creating process, and then I'm gonna go ahead and I'll share my flip through with y'all. So enjoy. Okay, so now that we've sort of had an overview of things, let's get into the flip through for March 2023. Let me get my pen out. This is my Muji pen that I use all the time. Apologies, I put the ink on my fingers. What was I saying? Yes, this is my Muji pen, 0.5. This is my everyday pen. And this is a new purchase that I made in February. Actually, my husband got this for me from Kinokuniya in Dubai, which is a bookstore. And it's a Bookaroo pen holder. And I love it because the Yop and Tom does not actually have a pen holder. Thinking most journals don't. So, it's not a big deal. Okay, so let's get that out of the way and let's get into March. There we have it. I really like how this theme came out. I spent the last couple days working on it and I'm really happy with it. It's exciting and I feel good about it. So these images, like I said, were from Pinterest. I just pulled them up and printed them out in A5s on cardstock and I stuck them in. The reason I had printed it out in cardstock is because I don't have very many pages left and I was hoping to squeeze in 2 weeks of March. So I was gonna make like an overlay, like have these attached with washi tape and then have my calendar underneath and then flip them out. But I could see already in my head how that was gonna get really annoying throughout the month. So I just figured, yeah, forget it. I'll just do 1 week of March in this book and then I will start the rest of March in my new notebook. Because I'm not gonna be migrating things or anything like that. All my yearly stuff is gonna stay in my first journal for 2023, which is this one. And the journals to come for the rest of the year are just gonna be continuations. And I like that system, it works for me. I usually use my bullet journal at home and in my monthlies, I already have everything that I need to migrate stuff to my yearly trackers. So I don't find that difficult. It works for me, and that's the best thing about the bullet journal system is that you do what works for you. So getting back to the setup here, I have my images here and I have some craft paper, which is because it's craft paper and cactuses. And I used my stamps to just stamp in March. Initially, I had thought I would do brown, but obviously on the craft paper, black stood out better. So I went with that and then just some washi tape to finish it off. So literally this was just a quick thing. I created a little washi tape tab here just so I know that this is the month of March. Okay, we're moving into the calendar now. In February, I created a huge calendar. January, I had done a lot of decoration and I found that the calendar boxes which I had done were 5 by 5, I believe. They were a little too tiny, and this month last month I decided to go 7 by 6, so 6 across, 7 down, and that's what I did this month as well, and it worked great because I use this calendar for everything, for my kids' stuff, my social events, my kids' social events, my content planning, doctor's appointments, everything goes in this. This is the master calendar, so I need the space. So I just finished it off with minimal decoration, washi tapes, some cactus stickers. So these cactus stickers are from Bling Spot, like I said. I'll link whatever I can down below. Most of it is local to Pakistan, which, you know, because obviously this is where I live. But I'm sure you can find tons of stuff. I mean, stationery at this point in the world has become huge. It's available everywhere and in every capacity, and that's the best part. So yes, over here I have my goals. So I like to do 3 goals a month that I just absolutely have to achieve. So last month it was setting up my little office / gym space, which I've managed to do. If you don't follow me over on Instagram, then follow me there and you'll be able to see some more of these behind the scenes things. But I had decided that in February I was going to set up an office / gym space for myself. And I did, so I'm real happy about that. So the attempt is that it's 3 goals that I have to fulfill. And then I take my measurements every month and I put them into a yearly tracker so I can look at it, the overview at the end of the year. Moving on to the check-in page, I really love how this page came out. Adding a border and a curved corner border just oomphs up the page. There's just something magical about it. And this is my check-in, so how I'm feeling emotionally, how I'm feeling spiritually, and how I'm feeling physically. And again, these are images from Pinterest. These are stickers that I printed out from Pinterest, and I just printed them out on sticker paper, and then these are my stickers that I have. And craft paper headers, stamped for the lettering. And this is from Pick Up Limes. She does this every month in her bullet journal, and I have religiously done it for the last almost 2 years now, and I found it really rewarding. On to currently, so I just love this page. I have been doing this since January, so 2023 is when I incorporated this in my journal, so I really enjoyed sharing what I'm doing currently. So I didn't get to put it up in my YouTube shorts, but it is on my Instagram, so again, follow me there. But I shared my February currently, and it was everything that I was reading, watching, listening to. So from YouTube to Netflix to podcasts to books to fiction, nonfiction, what I'm learning about, anything. I just toss it in here. And it's a great snapshot of where my mind is at, what I'm learning, what I'm engaging with, the content I'm sort of absorbing in that time. And I feel like looking back, it's a great memory to have. Oh, and this is the first spread where I added some of this jute material, and I really like it. I like how it looks. It gives like a classic vintagey look to it. Okay, spending tracker. So I decided no big title for spending tracker because for the last 2 months I have run out of space and I've had to add in like extra tip-ins or like papers or whatever and clip them in, and it's kind of annoying. And I would love to be able to, just use the space. And it's the most basic spending tracker. It's just the date, the item, the amount, and that's it. And if it ain't broke, then why mess with it kind of thing. And so I've kept it real simple. I just jot down things as we purchase them. And I have a yearly tracker thing where I then take the total amount at the end of the month and I put it in there, and then, see how things are going accordingly. And here I use this acrylic stamp that I have, this leaves set that I shared in the beginning, which was this one. Again, I'm going to try and link this down below. This is a seller on Daraz, and these worked great. I really like them, and I can just write over it when I get down to the bottom section. Okay, tracker. I have been loving my trackers. Oh my gosh, so much. I have absolutely adored them, and the last 2 months I've been keeping up with them religiously. Last week of February I sort of fell off and I had to backfill some stuff and I kind of missed some trackers, but that's okay, that is going to happen. But I'm enjoying it, and I like the insight it provides. It allows me to see where I am. How is my movement going? How's my water consumption? Oh, when I sleep well, what happens with the rest of the day? When my habits, my mood, how is that affected? I like to see the link of things, and that's always fascinating. So I have movement, I have steps, I have water, I have sleep, I have habits, and I have mood. And again, all of these have, not the sleep, water, or the sleep, water, steps and habits don't have a yearly tracker, but movement and mood do. So I can sort of see a year in pixels of how I've done throughout the year. So that's on my beginning pages, but everything else is month to month. And I'm really enjoying playing with this. Okay, on to daily journal. So this is a switch up I did last month. So this is 2 lines a day, and it's just a quick daily journal of just what the day was, core memory, things like that. And I love long form journaling, and I have a long form journal, but I have just been really struggling this year, in fact, with my long form journaling, which is why actually in my habits, I've kept morning pages, because I really want to get back into morning pages. I don't think I can write, if you don't know what morning pages is, I'm going to try and link down below Julia Cameron's website so you can go check it out. But it's a book, it's based from a book called The Artist's Way, where in the morning when you get up, you write 3 pages, stream of consciousness. So it's not a recap of your day. It's literally what's in your head, and you just put it on the paper. And that's pretty much it. So you get it out and you put it in, and that's your creative release, that you've emptied it out, right? You've sort of unburdened. And so now when you go forward in the day, you go in lighter. And I really believe in it. And I did it up until the end of 2022. But 2023, things have just been so hectic. I just have not been able to find the fluidity with it. So I created this so that at least I have my 2 lines a day. But I do want to get into morning pages in March, so we'll see how that goes. But I really like how it turned out. I used another acrylic stamp here, but I used a lighter ink, so it's a little, obviously it's not showing so clearly on the green, but I still like it. And I marked off my weekends, not very neatly, I know, I'm sorry, but yeah, I was tired and the kids were like hovering over me. But I find it nice to just sort of see, go back and look at like weekend memories. I think that's fun. Okay, gratitude. This mark is not supposed to be here. My son was just like, oh, what does this do? And then he took the stamp and put it on. But, when you're journaling with kids. But that's okay, because this is my gratitude page. And this is the page where I did this last year in February. And when I do my After the Pen February video, which I will do, I'm going to combine my January and February After the Pen videos, because I never got around to doing my January one. You'll see how that setup turned out, how this spread turned out. And it's 1 word a day in a different font and different color with the date attached to it to symbolize something that I'm grateful for. So if I go out on a coffee date with my husband, coffee. If I have a date night with him, date. If I have a movie night with the kids, movie, or maybe the movie's name. Or, say I had a really great, day at the gym. I hit a PR or something. I can just put down the weight that I hit. Or I can put down, the workout that I did, strength, movement, etc., etc. Yoga, meditation, stillness, whatever word just sums up the gratitude of that day. It goes in here. And when it's all filled out, it looks so good. I love how my February spread, excuse me, I don't know what's going on with my voice suddenly, but I love how my February spread turned out, and I can't wait to share that with you. So this is going to be real fun to fill out. It's one of my favorite spreads. Okay, week 9 is the week, because what I like to do is when, say for example, we only have 2 days of February, and when I'm filming this, it's already the 27th and I haven't filled it out yet. I'm just going to backfill it, because that is life. Things like that do happen. But what I do is that I have 2 days of February and then the rest of March. So the majority of the week the majority of the week is March. Less of it is February. So this then weekly goes into March. And if it had been 5 days of February and 2 days of March, this setup would have gone into February, right? So that's the way that my brain works. This is a setup inspired by Simple BUJOS on Instagram, link down below. The section is high priority, mid priority, low priority, and then I have a section for notes. And then the calendar itself, the weekly setup itself is events, workouts, meals, and tasks. And I love this because I live in a really big family. I live with my in-laws, and I'm constantly meal planning, trying to organize myself. The kids want to eat something, I want to eat something, my in-laws want to eat something, and this is great for that. Workouts, I like to pre-plan them the day before, sort of get an overview of how I want to do things. Events, we're constantly busy, and tasks, there is always something to do. So it's really, really supportive and helpful, and I have a little space on top for decoration, so I just went in and did a little fun sticking in and stuff. The high priority, mid priority, low priority, I'm not sure if it's working for me real well. I might ditch it next week. I'll see. I'm not using it to the best of its ability, I think. I think I need to sort of hone in it a little bit. I think I add in too much information. Maybe just adding in one thing per box. We'll see. We'll see how that goes. And then this is my food log. I have not been doing well with my food log in February. The first 2 weeks I did an awesome job. I track my food, I track my kids' foods, meals, whatever they consume, and I pre-plan their school lunches. So school lunches pre-planning has been going great, but tracking my consumption and tracking their consumption has been I fell off the boat in February because the last week of February was just incredibly hectic family-wise. And I just didn't have time to track. So it's frustrating, yes, but the empty spread does bug me. But the thing is that I don't want to omit the spread. I just want to try and put in a little extra effort and go back and fill it in because it is important. It has been helpful, especially for the kids. It's really helped me sort of see what they're consuming, and it's helped me be mindful about my own consumption as well. And that's it. That's the setup. So the rest couple of pages, I have about 5 or so left. And these will just be my dailies for this first week. And then I will move into my new journal for 2023. So let's go back and do a real quick flip through of things. Tell me in the comments below, what do you think of the setup? Which one is your favorite spread? Which spread would you incorporate in your own journal? And are you set up for March? How are you guys planning for March? I'd love to hear in the comments. What's your March theme? If you have a bullet journal, I would love to know. It's always interesting to hear from you all. So go ahead and comment down below. Also, please like, subscribe, and share if you guys found this video helpful, and click that notification bell so that you don't miss any future videos. Thank you so much for joining me, and I'll see you next time. Bye.